Hello, everybody. I did a video a few days ago about Robin Williams' suicide, and I spoke a little bit about depression and how I have myself, lived with, depression, and I kind of wanted to talk a little more in depth about just about that subject, and how like critical it can be in just day-to-day life. Like it's like a chip on your shoulder. It's that, like, it's like an invisible friend, who's always there, and you just cannot shake it, and they have, medications and stuff, for it. And I've even, I've been on some before, but I was only on it for a short time. And this is what I can say. And this is only my experience, with it. Even though I suffered from depression for years and years, I mean like a decade or so, before I finally, I just, it was when I was married, like I finally was like, I'm just going to go and do something about it. And so I go to the doctor, and, he prescribes this, whatever it was at the time. They were pills. And, what I thought was fascinating, I took like one pill. And the same day I took that pill, I felt cured. Now, I know that's ridiculous, but what I do know is that, because it was psychological. Like it was something about me taking the step and, going to do something about that feeling that I had. I guess it was maybe liberating or something. And that in itself kind of cured me. But of course, that did not last. Because it really is like, it's just this constant internal struggle, with, coming up with a reason why being here is so important, and really believing your own power and your own purpose. Like when you start not believing your own purpose, you just start wondering what you're doing here. And then you start doubting everything you do, everything you see, questioning everything. And it's hard just going day to day with those types of thoughts. And, it's just really, 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 really tough. And I think to some extent everyone suffers from, depression on some level. But something that my mother told me, and I thought was really brilliant, was that, like, doubt and fear, fear mostly, is something that is with all of us, and we all have it. Even people who say, I'm not afraid of anything. Come on. Everybody's afraid of something, even if it's a boogeyman, But that fear is something that all of us have. It's always with us, and that's okay. But what you have to learn how to do is, even though you know that it's going to be with you, you just accept it, but you put it behind you. Just know that it's something that you carry with you, but don't let it stand in front of you. Don't let it be in front of you, like, because it will lead you nowhere. Fear doesn't want you to go anywhere. It wants you to stay put. That's the whole purpose of fear. So you keep it behind you and just drag it with you, and eventually you start to forget that it's even there because you don't see it. And you start to kind of see yourself doing all these things, and then you start to believe what you're really capable of. And that is what really starts to kind of kill, the power of the fear. The fear will always still be there, but it won't be as powerful. It won't be able to lead you. You kind of are leading it, showing it who's boss. But just, depression and speaking on suicide, just something that is stressed about. That is a sign, just for those of you who have friends who talk about suicide, and that a main sign for you to be really concerned is, like, the last step that they take is the plan. It's not that they talk about not wanting to be here anymore. It's more so that they've come up with a plan on how to execute it. Now, when that happens, you really have cause to be concerned, and you may want to go ahead and take some steps. But not everybody who talks about suicide is necessarily going to do it. But if they come up with a plan, be concerned. Outside of that, I think that about do it. Rest in peace. Old funny guy. Robin Williams. Peace.